Over the last decade, some of the most valuable companies in the world have followed a very different strategic logic. They create no content, yet dominate media. They hold no inventory, yet shape global retail. They own no physical assets, yet orchestrate entire markets. Companies like Alphabet, Amazon, Meta, Apple, and Microsoft are often described as platform businesses. Their market value has grown at a pace that traditional product companies rarely achieve. This has led many organizations to ask a simple question: should we become a platform too? In this video, we will explain why platform strategies can be extraordinarily powerful, and why they are not a realistic strategic option for most companies. If we look at the share price development of the largest technology companies over the last 5 to 10 years, a clear pattern emerges. A small group of firms has generated returns far above the broader market. While these companies differ in products and technologies, many of them share one strategic characteristic: they operate platform-based business models or benefit strongly from platform dynamics. This performance gap has fueled the belief that platform strategies represent a superior and repeatable strategic formula. The reality, however, is more nuanced. Platform strategy is intentionally presented here as a bonus perspective. It is not part of the core strategic options series, and there is a reason for that. Platform strategies are extremely powerful, highly path-dependent, and not feasible for most organizations. Understanding platforms is essential. Treating them as a standard strategic option is often misleading. At its core, a platform is a business model that facilitates interactions between two or more distinct user groups. Rather than producing value itself, the platform enables others to create and exchange value. Platforms reduce transaction costs, information asymmetry, and coordination effort. They do not primarily optimize processes. They optimize connections. Traditional businesses operate along linear value chains. Value is created step by step. Input, transformation, output. Platforms work differently. They rely on network effects, not on linear production. Scale is driven by demand-side economies, not supply-side efficiencies. The more participants join, the more valuable the platform becomes for all participants. The central goal of a platform is simple: enable successful matches between supply and demand, between sellers and buyers, creators and consumers, providers and users. Platforms do not need to own assets. They need to orchestrate interactions. Across platform businesses, one pattern appears consistently. Value migrates to those who control the end customer relationship. Social platforms aggregate attention. Marketplaces aggregate demand. Digital ecosystems aggregate interactions. Ownership of assets becomes less important than ownership of access and attention. Platforms can create extraordinary value because network effects reinforce growth, marginal costs decline rapidly, competitive advantage increases with scale. Once a platform reaches critical mass, it becomes extremely difficult to displace. This often leads to winner-takes-most outcomes. Despite their attractiveness, platform strategies are hard to copy. They require early critical mass, trust on both sides of the market, strong governance rules, and precise timing. Most importantly, they cannot be created incrementally. You cannot simply add a platform layer to an existing business. Successful platforms are almost always built around unmet customer needs. They emerge where transaction costs are high, information asymmetry is significant, or coordination is inefficient. Digital technology enables platforms wherever these conditions exist. Technology is not the disruptor. The customer problem is. This is why platform strategy is not treated as a standard strategic option in this series. Platforms are context-specific, path-dependent, and extremely difficult to replicate. For most organizations, the more relevant question is not, how do we become a platform, but how do we compete effectively within our existing structure? To summarize, platform strategies can create extraordinary value. They rely on network effects, not linear value chains. Value migrates to those who control customer access. They are powerful, but rare, and they are not feasible for most organizations. This video provides perspective on one of the most influential strategic ideas of recent decades. In the next videos, we will move from frameworks to case studies and examine how different strategic options work in practice and sometimes fail.